entertained? Are you not entertained?
I'm entertained. I swear. Holy crap. Whew. The Colorado Avalanche gave me a heart attack basically last night. Holy cow. We're going to dive into that game a little bit later into the show, actually coming up next. Also, we're going to discuss Shohei Ohtani, and I'm going to just put it out there. Shohei Ohtani, the best player in Major League Baseball. Can you argue with that? I don't think you can. There's a lot of people begging and pleading for Von Miller to come back to the Denver Broncos. I put it as a Twitter poll. Will the Denver Broncos be a better team if for some reason they signed Von Miller? Simple yes, simple no. I'm going to explain why it's no. NFL schedules are coming out. They're seeping out like a 2-month-old that just blew out his diaper. You know, if you've ever had kids, you know what I'm talking about. A blowout moment where you're sitting there holding the kid and you're like, why is my stomach warm? And then you look down and be like, oh, because he just blew out his diaper. That's what's happening with the NFL schedules right now. They're coming out and, people are getting a little giddy. Gosh, anyway, but coming up next, like I said, the Colorado Avalanche proved that they got the fight in them. And they beat the Wild. We're going to get into that. Such a great game last night. Crazy. But right now, you'd be crazy if you didn't subscribe to the show, enable all the notifications and automatic downloads, all that good stuff. If you could, wherever you're consuming this, whether it's on YouTube or any audio platform, wherever you get your podcast, please go ahead and do that. It will make sure that you don't miss any episodes. But I think what we need to do now is, I'm sorry, I can't find the open, okay? My bad. I didn't want to play the Diddy one where it's like, this is like a Diddy party, blah, 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 blah. No, I wanted to play the classy one. Let's jump into the sports section.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs with the 50. He runs with the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for Sports with DeHuff.
Well, like I said, the Colorado Avalanche battled back after being down 3-0. 3-0. They end up fighting back and winning the game in overtime. There was a point in time. I come home from doing stuff. I turn on the game and I'm like, fuck. At the time, it was 3-1. And I'm like, oh, it makes me so uncomfortable. I didn't realize they were down 3-0 at that point. And I'm like, oh, this is so tough to watch. But here's the thing, guys. I sat there and watched it. Do you know why? It's because I believe in the Colorado Avalanche. Oh, my God, they got grit. And sure as shit, they fought back. Ended up being in overtime. Brett Kulak ended up getting the winning goal. Beautiful goal, beautiful setup. It was pretty. But here's some crazy stats in regards to the Colorado Avalanche. Brett Kulak became the 16th unique goal scorer for the Avalanche in their second round series. Think about that. That's great puck distribution. And that was the first Stanley Cup playoff series win in Denver since 2008. And I was so nervous for that. Any of you that were lucky enough to go to the game, I'm sitting there going, oh, man, the fans deserve this. The fans deserve to see the Avs win a series, on the home ice. And sure enough, oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. I got a lot of sound that I want to get to. Here's Jared Bednar after the game.
I felt like there was some moments in the game where we were a little down, but we had enough guys that were, upbeat, positive, kept the belief. It kind of dragged the other guys into the fight a little bit, and it wasn't everyone's best game, that's for sure, but that's what a team's all about. You're dragging each other into the fight and trying to find a way. And yeah, It was a struggle, but we got it done.
Oh, it's such a good game. Such a good game. Hey, Jared, do you know what that is? You're talking about, team lifting each other up and, dragging each other into the fight. You know what that's called?
That's fucking teamwork.
Abso-freaking-lutely. That's fucking teamwork, baby. Oh, my God. I actually sent that clip of Jared Bednar because I saved it and I sent it over to Mile High Sports so they can post it wherever they need to post it, all that good stuff, right? And I'm like, this is a good sports clip for all athletes. It does not matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter what sport you're in. You're always going to have somebody on the team that's down and out. They're maybe not having the greatest game. And you as a teammate need to lift them up. So I sent that off to the Little League coaches. And I also sent it directly to our parents of our Wolf Pack. And it's just something to, show the kids. Avalanche were down 3-0. And there were guys that were down and out. But the leaders on that team lifted them back up because they weren't done fighting. Oh, my gosh. Now, I didn't add this cut because that would be funny.
That's fucking teamwork.
They'd be like, what? Is that Jack Black with Tenacious D saying, fucking teamwork? Yes, yes. And if you ever see Joel Klatt of Fox Sports, former Colorado Buffalo quarterback, you ever see him, just say DeHuff says, that's fucking teamwork. And he will get a big smile on his face. We used to play that clip, but obviously I had to bleep out fucking. Oh, it's still good, though. Still good, though. The Colorado Avalanche just looked really good as far as they corrected their mistake. And late in the third, it was just like, shit, are they going to be able to do it? And then bang, bang, end up tying it up. And then, like I said, they get the winning goal in overtime. And it was kind of sad. You see the Wild goalie just collapsed face down on the ice. Because, he wasn't sitting there debating it. There's no excuse. He just missed it. It was a good shot. And he's just face down, realizing his season's over. They're not moving on. Here's Jared Bednar talking about the mentality of this Colorado Avalanche team.
I don't know how to say this without. Okay, how would you rather have it? Like every year I've been here after my second year, it's like cup or bust, cup or bust. Well, we've won one cup. It's hard to win. Okay, that's number one. But I wouldn't want it any other way. I don't think our players would want it any other way. I don't think the players that join our team at the deadline, the guys that have been here for years, would want it any other way. Now, you're leaving yourself open to a lot of criticism because it's always just like cup or bust, and every time you lose in the first round, second round, whatever it is, people are going to get on you because you didn't win the cup. But I'd still rather be fighting for that, like having earned that type of reputation because of the way you play through the regular season and the group that you put together as an organization and the high expectations, rather than, well, let's just try and make the playoffs. Like there's a lot of teams doing that. And there's a lot of teams in our league that I think are cup or bust and that still haven't won in the time that I've been here. So. And we're only halfway home, We could be leaving ourselves open to criticism later on in this year if things don't go well. But it's the way you want it. You got to build a team that you think can compete for it, and then you're going to have to get a lot of luck on the way, and you're going to have to play some really good hockey to make it happen. So it is what it is. That's the world of sports.
And he's right. They are a built team. They're not rebuilding. If they were a rebuilding team, think about the Denver Broncos only a few years ago, where we were just like, well, listen, we're not aiming for the Super Bowl. We're just aiming for the playoffs, because that's a beginning step. The Colorado Avalanche are well beyond that beginning step. They're a well-built team. So once you get to that point where you're that established, you're that well-rounded, you have to be cup or bust. You have to be. Otherwise, you're a rebuilding team. And it sucks. It sucks being a fan of one of those teams that it's just like, shit, man, I'd just be happy if they made the playoffs. Right? It's the Rockies are that way. The Rockies, you'd be so happy. I would be too, because I'd be not justified, vindicated, right? I'd be so, people would be like, oh man, the Huff's the only one that saw it because the Rockies made the playoffs. It's the same thing. They're a team that is rebuilding and they're on shaky ground. The Colorado Avalanche are well-established, well-built team. They have to be cup or bust. That's why they are the best team in the league. Obviously, you could be the best team in the league and still not win everything. You got to stay strong the entire way. Man, I'm watching that game. The poor Wild. I feel bad in a sense. The more I'm involved in sports, those times where maybe you as a team see your lead slipping away, and there's just ultimately nothing you can do about it. It sucks. It does. And the more you're involved in sports, the more you're going to see it, the more times that you're going to be part of it. But I have exclusive audio of when the Avalanche let the Wild know. They're like, hey, FYI, we ain't dead.
Ah! You're alive! Oh my God!
I'm alive.
No! You were dead! I saw you die!
I was faking. I used ninja focus to slow my heart rate down.
What are you doing?
I'm burying you.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
You're waking the neighbors.
No.
Shut up!
The neighbors part is so funny to me. Oh my God. Yeah, they're dead to rights, and then all of a sudden, boom! Colorado Avalanche come back, throwing just vicious punches right and left to the Wild, and it worked out. It worked out. Here's what's cool. You don't see it very often, especially in other sports, but if you're going to hear this or see this, it's coming from hockey, because hockey's a different breed of sport. It just is. Here's Quinn Hughes of the Minnesota Wild talking about the devastating loss for the Wild to the Colorado Avalanche.
You get through these guys, you never know. But, I mean, if we had to lose, you want to lose to these guys. These guys are the best. President's Trophy. So, yeah, it stings right now just because I feel like we had a really great team. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that? That is so much respect for that guy for just having the balls to say that. You're not going to see SGA ever do that. One, the Thunder are too good right now. But you're never going to hear somebody say it that honestly about another team. You're not going to hear LeBron say it. You might go, they were just better than us. No, it's almost like a backhanded compliment. Hughes is just like, listen, if you're going to lose to them because they're really freaking good. He's implying that if they were able to beat the Avalanche, that they believed that was going to be their biggest battle. So, listen, I know the Wild lost, but kudos to them for putting up a fight. It was not an easy series despite the Avs only losing one game. But that's sportsmanship right there. So good on Matt Hughes. I'm sure a lot of Wild fans are pissed off at him for saying something like that, but there's truth in that. If I'm going to lose in a competition, it's going to make me go, you know what? The person that beat me that knocked me out of this, I'd much rather. Listen, I know some people will argue this, but it's like, I'd rather be like, just go fucking win it all. If that person wins it all, it makes me feel a little bit better. I'm still pissed off that I lost, and I feel like that I should have won, but there's truth in that. And I feel like at one point Mark Schlereth got mad at somebody for saying something similar to that. But the point is, if you're going to lose to somebody, I think there is truth in the idea that, well, at least, they're going to be the ones that go and win it all. Because how annoying would it be if you lose to a team and then the next round that team loses? It's like, fuck, man. Seriously? I don't know. Listen, I get it. Don't know if you get it. Here's Gabe Landeskog talking to the media after the game.
I think we talked about it from day one of training camp. The depth is what's going to win you and come down the stretch here in the playoffs. And guys are stepping up all over the place. And even guys who aren't getting on the score sheet. Like you look at Nelly, you look at Val, you look at you go up and down the lineup. Guys that aren't getting on the score sheet still contributing with so many important plays all over the ice. But obviously it's awesome to see guys chipping in offensively, and Kel's getting us going in the second period, and then just kind of rolling from there. But hard fought battle, and that was exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting. But it's very important to have depth on your team. Doesn't matter the sport, football, hockey, obviously, basketball. I mean, we'll look at baseball. You could have half your lineup is great, but then you got like 3 or 4 guys where you're like, fuck. You almost have to just, spread those guys around so you don't have like an inning where you're just getting trampled, or like it's just a waste of an inning. But what a great example of depth is important. You might not show up on the score sheet, but you're contributing. And that's what's going to take this Colorado Avalanche team far. Buckle up. They ain't done. They got the Western Conference Finals. And who is it? It's either the Knights or I can't remember the other team right now. But sorry. I meant to write it down. You could respond if you want. If that floats your boat. If that creams your Twinkie, go ahead and do it. Okay? Put it in the comments. Jesus Christ, Duff. You're so unprepared. It's this. Like, well, thanks there, partner. Thanks for contributing to the show. Okay? Anyway. This Colorado Avalanche team is fun. Fun to watch. But they're not done. They still have, if they want to hoist that cup, they got 8 more wins to go. They've won 8. They're literally right in smack dab in the middle of this. You got to get 8 more wins. And it starts 1 win from, whoever they face off against. You got to take it 1 game at a time. Don't get ahead of yourselves. And I don't think they will. It's funny. I heard somebody, Brad actually sent me this. Brad, longtime listener of the show, sent me this and was laughing. And I'm not going to play the sound from the podcast that was reacting to this, but it is funny what they brought up. And I guess I get kind of numb to it because that's just the way I expect it. It's whenever the Colorado Avalanche score, there's a guy that has a button that is hitting the horn. Like, for example, here's the game-winning goal.
Into the Minnesota zone, it's Natchez. Bullock wins it. The Avalanche hold on.
Right? That's got to be annoying if you're the losing team. Like, seriously, I get it. It's a horn. You guys are such Oh, come on. It's fine. Oh, I thought I had the Avalanche goal horn by itself. Oh, my God. Sorry. That's really fucking loud. I'm like, oh, let's just play it without listening to it. Hold on. Let me lower the volume on that clip. So loud. And then he just keeps going. I can't open up multiple of those. That's annoying. But anyway, you get the idea. But what's funny is those guys were like, oh my God, they're a little out of control. But essentially, I would love to be the horn guy at the Colorado Avalanche games. Whoever that guy is, if that's his only gig for the game, oh, what a fun gig. Isn't that weird? Like, what's your job? Well, as soon as there's a goal for the Colorado Avalanche, you lay on the fucking horn. You'd be like, really, my only job is the Avalanche score, and then I just do this? And they're like, yes. Should I keep going, sir? Right. That would be a fun freaking job. And it's got to be the guys. The video that Brad sent me is like, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of intimidating, but holy great. I love it. I love the horn guy with the Colorado Avalanche. He can't lay on that horn enough. Great job. Great job. I don't know how you got that gig, but I want it. I want to steal it from you. Or at least, I would love to sit beside you and learn the skill set, because I imagine there's the intensity of the goal. The more meaningful the goal, the more he can go. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. Next time you watch the game, you're going to pay more attention to the horn, whether it's at Ball Arena or whoever else they play. The other teams, they do it differently too. But holy shit, I love that. I love that. Hold on. I keep wanting to play it without fixing the audio or the volume. So good. It should be my ringtone. Anyway, God. It'd be fun. There's a lot of mechanics out there. I've heard people with car horns that are like the train whistles. Could you get that Avalanche horn as your car horn? Could you imagine that? Some old lady's jaywalking. Be like, oh gosh, darn it. I'm trying driving along and be like, oh no, old lady, get out of the way. That's awesome. I'd do that. Next thing you know, her groceries are everywhere. She's like, oh my God, you little shit. I'm going to get you. I'll be like, good luck catching me, you old broad. Anyway. Go Avalanche. Go Avalanche. The NFL schedule seeping out right now, just like I said, like a messy freaking diaper. As of right now, the videos haven't started coming out, but you'll see them later tonight and tomorrow, and some of them are going to be good. Looks like the Denver Broncos teased one. Like their theme, I think it's going to be like old school, like retro type of thing. Because they had like an old tube TV with kind of staticky imagery. And it was promoting that the schedule release is coming out at 6 o'clock tonight, Denver time. So I imagine that's going to be their theme. Again, not too excited about it. We'll see. There's some people that are like, I took a peek at that schedule. It's going to be tough in December. Okay. I just want to know when the bye week is. Looking at the rankings, Bleacher Report put out that the Denver Broncos strength of schedule, they rank 11th. They're not top 10, but they don't have an easy one. But here's the thing. That's based off of last year and shit like that. So you can't really say that their strength of schedule is devastating or not, because there's teams change so much every off season. So I wouldn't read too much into it. But the schedules are coming out. There you go. A big topic right now in Denver sports is whether or not Von Miller, legendary player for the Denver Broncos, Super Bowl 50 MVP, the idea of him coming back to the Denver Broncos is being rolled around. And that's fueled by Von constantly bringing it up. He has his podcast, and anytime he's on another show, TV or podcast, he's always like, I would love to be a Denver Bronco again, blah, blah, blah. He is the girlfriend that had a breakup with the boyfriend, i.e. the Broncos, right? And he just so desperately wants to get back with us, but we're just like, yeah, we've kind of moved on, man. He's like, he's like, come on, man. I want to come back. And you're like, nah, we're good. And he's like, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? And you're like, dude, come on, man. Hold on. I'm trying to find the soundbite, and I'm fucking it up because I just thought of it. Hold on. What's a fella got to do? Okay. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Oh, wait. Okay, here's Vaughn. Seamless. Vaughn's just like, what do I got to do to come back to you? Broncos are like, nothing, man. We're good. We'll see you when you retire. Come back, okay? It's all good. Just like Justin Simmons did not too long ago. Be like, no, I want you now. Oh, I still got it. Don't I still got it? And Broncos are like, no, come on, man. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. And then Vaughn chimes in, allegedly,
I will suck your fucking dick.
and you're like, whoa. Okay, you know what? Walk away.
I will suck your fucking dick.
No, Vaughn, stop it. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself, Vaughn. Here's the thing with the Denver Broncos and Von Miller. I put this out as a Twitter poll, like I told you. Do you feel that the Denver Broncos would be a better team, if they were to add Von Miller to the roster? I put it as a Twitter poll. Yes, no. As of right now, there's 15 votes. I just posted it. 60% to 40%. For 60% of you say yes, you feel the Denver Broncos would be better if they added Von Miller. Before I give you my thoughts, Matt Smith, the @real Matt Smith, Matt with one T, said, meh, they didn't want him back. Letting him go was about more than just Von the player. I would be surprised. Matt, you're exactly right. Von Miller would be a meh addition. I know you guys want Von Miller to come back to the Denver Broncos and play one more season, and it will be magical. You know, a Disney film in the making, right? You want that. But he's not the same player. So, Von Miller coming back to the Denver Broncos, meh. Don't see it. Don't see it being a benefit for the Denver Broncos. Obviously, when he goes to retire, sign him to a one-day contract like they did with Justin Simmons and let him retire as a Denver Bronco. I'm perfectly fine with that. Hell, if they want to sign him as a consultant, if they want to sign him as a special coach of some sort, right? I'm fine with that. But to add him to the roster, he's a good player. The Broncos don't need to add good players. They need to add great players with a lot of fuel in their tank. That's not Von Miller anymore. I don't hate Von Miller. I don't. But you guys got to look at this from a realistic perspective. Von Miller is not the same guy. He is now a meh guy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just science. Come on, guys. It's just fucking science. He's up there, right? He doesn't have the same mobility. He's still good though. Guys, I'm not saying he's horseshit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's just not the same guy, and he's not the caliber of guy anymore that the Denver Broncos need. It's pretty basic.
It's science.
Absolutely. So I know a lot of you want him to come back, but Matt is right. He's a mad guy. Meh. And I got to be honest, I'd be kind of disappointed in the Denver Broncos if they brought him back and put him on the roster. Because I just feel like that there's other guys you could put there. He's not like when the Broncos signed DeMarcus Ware. It's not the same thing. So you guys can at me. You guys, maybe you're looking at it from a different angle. If you can give me a good reason of why the Denver Broncos should bring him back, other than he'll be an inspiration. He'll be like a coach on the field. Okay, stop. No. If you're like, he'll just be like an inspiration or he'll be a coach on the field, whatever, just don't sign him to the roster. Sign him as a coach. Hey, it's Von Miller. He's our inspirational coach, right? He's the guy that gets us motivated. I'd be fine with that. But you can't say that somebody deserves a roster spot just to be the motivational guy, just to be the inspiration. That's ridiculous. Just put him as a coach. Then I'd be fine with that. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. But if you guys think I am, go ahead, leave a comment. I'd like to hear your side of things at DeHuff Podcast, or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. If you're watching this on Facebook, leave a comment. If you're on Spotify, leave a comment. Shohei Ohtani lowers his ERA last night to 0.82. By far the best in the league. That being said, I mean, he's only started, I believe, 4 games. He's 2-2. Is that what it is? He's pitched like 44 innings. He's good, okay? You could probably really stack him up against all these other guys and whatnot, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to taint what Shohei Ohtani's doing. He is a special player. Maybe there's other pitchers out there that you could say that are better or better batters, whatever. He is the best, most well-rounded player in Major League Baseball right now. He's batting .240. He has 7 home runs. Now, he's tied for 38th in home runs, but that's not that big of a deal. 17 RBI, 5 stolen bases, and he's a pitcher. It's like, that's so... I hope that Shohei Ohtani is inspiring the youth of today, the future MLBers, going, I can be a good pitcher and I can be a good batter as well. Shohei Ohtani, you can stick him on in any position with the exception of catcher. I think you could put him anywhere on that field and he's going to perform extremely well. He is greatness right now. And everything I've seen, he's just a an amazing human being. So if you have, and I know he's with the Dodgers, and a lot of people hate the Dodgers. I mean, the Rockies are the Rockies. They beat the Pirates last night. Rockies, as of right now, have only won 17 games. I believe they're 17-26, something like that. I haven't given up completely on the Rockies. I haven't. They've dug themselves in a hole. But they can fight back. They can fight back. They can. And why the hell not? They got a lot of great players on the Colorado Rockies. But going back to the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani, he's special. If you can set aside your disdain for the LA Dodgers, if you're somebody that doesn't like them, just enjoy what's going on with him. My Nana was a huge Dodgers fan. She met, oh God, who was their legendary coach? You got to put it in the comments. I can't remember right now. And I don't feel like typing. Let me know. Who was their legendary coach? The old dude, gray hair, short, stocky. I can't remember his name. Anyway, like she met him and she I guess had, words with him at one point of you need to start tightening this up and do that. She was firm with him, be like, yeah, listen, I'm a fan. You better step your game up type of thing. But I think that's pretty darn cool that she was that way. That's where my dad got it. My dad had no fear of, addressing a situation and standing his ground and standing up for what he believed in. And he must have got that from her, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyway, Shohei Ohtani. Take a moment, enjoy it. Same with the Colorado Avalanche. Tune into them, watch them. Can't wait to see who they battle next. They get some time off to recover. I know Cale Makar got banged up. Looked like something happened to his right side. He came back later. Still seemed to be favoring that right side. They said he's okay. I was listening to Altitude 92.5 this morning with Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane. And when it came to Bednar asking what was going on with him, he said he's okay. He didn't say that we're still waiting on tests or anything like that. He just said he's okay. Was he just, being protective and not showing all his cards, or is Makar really okay? Don't know. We'll see. Something to keep an eye on. But do keep an eye on the Colorado Avalanche. They're playing fantastic. Fantastic. Let's keep it going. Keep the love going. I need to get some new Avalanche gear. Maybe a new hat, new shirt, new thong. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll be checking out stores. I have I wonder, I was going to say, is there any shirt that I always think of shirt ideas for the playoffs, but I can't think of anything right now with the Avs that would be good. I think it was embrace the sack, and I had 2 pucks, shit, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the show. It's a good time in sports right now. The more I'm really watching a lot of playoff hockey. It's fun. Last night I pulled up. It was interesting. I'll leave on this. There's in Little League, there's a couple teams that they post their videos of the games, and you can watch them. And one of the coaches that I used to work with, and my son played with, I didn't really work with them, but my son had played with them a long time ago. They posted their video, and I follow them on YouTube, and I'm watching it, but I'm watching it from a fan of baseball and an encouraging perspective of, are these guys developing, not overly critiquing them. and also the perspective, the angle of the camera is perfectly placed. I sent a message to the guy Andrew who sets it up. He always does a good job with it, but it's right behind home plate. You can see all the action on the field. But it was neat because I'm watching it, watching the pitcher. A lot of the guys are throwing curves, or they're just throwing it outside. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I could do play-by-play of this ever. And I'm like, I realize I suck at play-by-play. Well, in baseball, it's okay. Play-by-play is hard. I feel like with baseball, there's so much downtime in between plays. You can't overtalk, because if you overtalk, you're gonna say a bunch of nonsense. But when you do talk, you have to have a lot of information. If you don't know about play-by-play, there's a lot of planning that has to go into it. I need stats, I need player information, all that stuff, background. All right, coming up next up, here's the center fielder, little Timmy. Little Timmy loves going to Good Times. Gets a great. He said his favorite burger is the one with bacon, and he always gets the wild dip sauce. Always orders extra. Stuff like that. You add that miscellaneous thing. There we go. You got a ball outside. He also said he doesn't like to change his socks in between games. Something stupid like that. Like what? So he has stinky feet. Anyway, it was just weird last night. I'm watching the video and I'm like, this is fun. You can see the guys, the kids going out there playing their hardest, making good plays. And also you see when a kid makes a mistake, and you're like, oh no, he was really close on that one. Really close on that one. It was actually kind of fun to watch. Kind of fun, because I don't get to do that very often. And now I really want to focus on putting our camera at a good spot. But see, I just don't know how he gets it, where he gets it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's it for sports. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching and supporting the show. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Sorry I missed yesterday, but there's just stuff going on behind the scenes that I cannot discuss. At some point I can, and I will not have a problem discussing it once I get the thumbs up, but I do not want to jeopardize the process. So I will not discuss what's going on. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.